Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and today I want to do a review slash first impressions on some of these products. There's been a lot of controversy in a way about Happy Planner changing the quality of their paper this past year. So the purpose for this review slash first impressions, I'm going to be using a piece of note paper from RongRong and a more current release paper, which is the Plan with Love. So we'll go over those together. And the pens I'm going to be reviewing today, it's going to be the Sharpie Pens. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these guys. I love them. I actually have not tried them in my Happy Planner, but I do use them in my regular life, if you will. And this comes like this. I like it because then you can just stand it up if you need to. Okay, so we're gonna position this guy over here. This is currently the pen that I use for writing on my planner, and I currently use the home body planner, deluxe planner. That's what is my main planner. I also using Girls Just Want to Have Fun budgeting, and this is the pen that I really like. I don't have it in all the colors in the 0.45 mLs, but I really love this pen. I don't know if you guys can see the tip on this. I have other Sakura Microline pens, but they are the fine tip, and I find that when I use those with the Happy Planner, you can barely see them on the planner itself. So these are the other pens that I have, and these are the 0.3 ml, not ml, excuse me, I'm thinking liquid for some reason. 0.3 mm, and you see how fine that point is? I hope you can see that in comparison to the 45. But I'm just gonna pile them like this so we can check the bleed through. So we'll go ahead and start with the RongRong, and then we'll go ahead and go back into Plan with Love. Okay, so the first pens that we're gonna use is gonna be the Sharpie pens, and these are it here. Let's see how nice these tips are. So this is what they look like. They are fine pens, so typically they can be 0.44 mm or 0.3. These, I don't recall in the packaging because I took it out of the actual packaging before I started the video, and I already threw it away. I don't recall if it said 0.05 or 0.07. Anywho, this is what the tip looks like. So we're already in a good start because it looks like it's solid. It looks like still kind of thinner than the 45. See? Yeah, it is just a tiny bit. So this might be a 0.5. So this is what it looks like. It says it's fine pen right here. The barrel feels nice, and we're gonna write Sharpie pen review. And I used it in orange. It looks actually really nice. They glide very easily, and actually I'm heavy-handed, so I really don't have an issue with them being flimsy. They glide through, and like I said, I have a heavy hand. So I'm gonna try black. And I tried those 3 colors just because I don't want to do all of them for the sake of the video. So here's what it looks like up close. I didn't transfer. There's no bleed through either. It dried immediately, but more importantly, it didn't transfer to the next sheet. So that's a winner so far. Let's try the Sharpie Gel Pens. I know I had taken off the black little stopper there. Okay, so these have the soft barrel here, ergonomic, I guess you can say. It says S Gel 0.7. It is a retractable pen, which is great. You don't have to worry about you know, capping it or anything like that, which I tend to lose the caps on all the time. So we're gonna write Sharpie Gel Pen Review 0.7. That actually, I like how that writes. There's no drying time, which is very important, especially for left-handers. Yeah, there's nothing. I like these too. So I'm gonna bring you up close here. And that happened only because I hadn't taken the gel off completely. So there's no bleed through. Now, what I did notice here in comparison to the fine pen is that you can actually see where I wrote. I don't know if that's visible, but you see here, it's a little bit raised. Like I said, I'm heavy-handed, so there's no bleed through on here either. So let's go with the Pilot pens. And they also have an ergonomic rubber here. And these are gel pens also. So these are, I don't know what the 10 means, but it's a G2. It's a G2. So this one is gonna say Pilot G2 pen review. Oh, look at that. So this one does need drying time. So here's the blue one. Oh, this one needed a minute to get started. So I don't think the blue one bled. See, I'm taking it off my fingers as much as the black did. You see, it totally smeared. So this is definitely not a pen for lefties, but not a bad pen. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. So moving on to the back, and if you can see here, and I don't know if you can, it didn't raise as much as the Sharpie gel pen, but it did. And there's no bleed through. So we tried those guys, we tried these guys. So let's try the Uniball pens, the Signos. And this one's gonna say Uniball Signo pen review. So this one still needs a little bit to, you know, to get going, to warm up. This one didn't. I forgot to do that. So the writing on this is a lot finer than the others. Definitely a fine tip. Didn't smear. And it did raise a bit, but not as much as the Sharpie gel pen. No bleed through. And now let's get to the big kahuna, my favorite pen. The Sakuras, or that's what I call them just because I like Sakuras. But they are made from the company called Sakura. So I'm gonna show you how my pen rates. Okay. And I'm gonna call this, what, Microline. So this one didn't smear. I wrote really fast so you can see the actual pen hairs or strokes on there. I take my time when I write on the planner, and it actually comes out a lot darker. So then here, you see how there's nothing's raised and there was no bleed through. So let's open this puppy. And it looks like I have probably an older edition of these pens also, because the cap is completely different from the ones I just bought. So let's actually take a look at what we're looking at. So they're called Pigma Micron Sakura Archival Ink Pens. And this is what the tip looks like, which is what I like. You see? They're brother and sister. So let's take a look at how these rate. Oh, this is really smooth. I think my pen is just old. You see? There's no like shadow or lines or hairs. I don't know what you want to call them. It just smooth writing all throughout. So let's just try the blue for argument's sake. Didn't smear, you saw that? Sorry, and I actually didn't show you what it looked like in the back. So we're down here. So nothing. It got absorbed into the paper. Nothing there, which is great. Let's try the green just like I did here. This one doesn't have a lot of, I mean, I think they do make a different pack that has other colors or as much range as the Sharpies, but I didn't get them. I just got these. So they have still black, purple, dark brown, light brown, and pink, and then of course blue, red, and green. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So let's try with the Plan with Love paper and see what that tells us. Where we go. So right off the bat, we did Sharpies. So let's do the orange Sharpie pen review. Very light on your end, I think. I don't have that issue when I look at it. So I don't know, but I feel like my pen is dragging when I write. Maybe it's just me. So that's what it looks like. So you got absorbed in the paper. Nothing there, and actually you can't really see it in the back at all. So no change there, right? So I know that the Sharpie Gel Pens had an issue with RongRong paper, or maybe I'm just writing too hard on them. We'll try again. Sorry, I'm trying to write exactly what I wrote on the other one to make it even. I'm not sure if that smeared a little bit. It might have. I still feel like these pens glide really well on this paper. Like glide. So here's that. Totally raised. Nothing changed from the RongRong paper. And it's still, there's no bleed through. So then we did the pilots. We did black first. Okay, so these were the ones that smeared, okay? So let's see if they do it again. Pilot G2 pen review. I think it's gonna smear. Yeah. They don't absorb as fast. Or maybe the black. Let's see the blue. Yeah, you see? Definitely not for left-handers. Erased a little bit, but not a lot. Not nearly as much as the gel pen. So we did those guys, and then we now do the Signal. And we did Signal black first. Uniball Signal pen review. So this is definitely a fine tip. I feel like I'm stabbing the paper every time I write. I don't remember the this happening with these pens, but I feel weird when I write on these. Oh, it did raise a little bit. No bleed through. So now let's go to the Sakura or Microline pens. Again, I'll start using my favorite pen that I already had, and then we'll try the new ones. So I think what I'm doing is I'm writing too fast, and these pens are not meant to put a lot of pressure on. I think you need to take your time when you write on them. So here you are. It absorbed into the paper, no bleed through. And then what did colors we did? We did blue, red, and green. So Microline pen review. I feel like the colors are brighter on these papers. It's smeared a little bit here, but maybe because I didn't give it the appropriate time to dry, but as you can see, it's the first time it does that. Yeah, I think I'm just smearing right off the bat. So here's what that looks like. And here's the back. It got completely absorbed into the paper, which I love. And here's that. There's no bleed through. So let me bring these up for comparison. So in my opinion, best for our planners, in my perspective, I'm probably gonna end up using the Sharpie pens, which are these guys here. I will continue to use my favorite pen, which is the Microline or Micron Sakura one. And the Microline definitely takes the cake, in my opinion, only because it absorbs into the paper. And it probably does that because it has to do with the fact that it's an archival ink, which makes them better. Oh, and I just realized that it says waterproof and fade proof. So that is great, because I know there's some of you that actually like to archive your planners after the year's over. So then you definitely don't run the risk of the pen lightening up with time. So definitely these are a good purchase, in my opinion. I'm glad I got them. I really like them a lot. These would be my second favorite, only if I need more colors that are not here. But as you can see, they have a wide range. The only colors that get missed is the yellow and the orange and the light blue. But other than that, kind of have that there. So as far as the quality of the paper is concerned, this is my first year with Happy Planner, so I can't really elaborate on that. But to me, the quality of this particular page is fantastic. It's nice and thick paper, okay? And then Plan with Love, The quality of the paper is definitely not as thick as this one, because I feel like this is almost those loose sheets that they sell at Michael's. What are they called? Construction sheets, like the construction paper, but it's not as thick. If I remember the name, I'll put it on here somewhere. And this feels thin, but it feels durable also. I don't know the quality of the paper that they use, but definitely, I don't know if it's this one feels thicker because there's a lot of designs going on and there's a lot of ink to process in the piece of paper itself, along with the gold foil, which Plan with Love only has these drawings in this, along with the dotted lines. So is that what it is? I am not sure, but I hope this helps you in finding out what works for the planners. Definitely it's your choice and what you decide to spend your money on. These are my favorites. I'm glad I got them. I definitely will not be using these guys, which are the Pilot G2, for this purpose as far as planning or journaling on Happy Planner. Definitely keeping my Sharpie gel pens handy. The Sharpie S gels are good pens. They glide like anything, but I'll probably use these for notes at work. I love them. Kind of disappointed about these. The Signal. I used Signal for a long time, and I have them, and now that I picked them up to do this review and did this, I was a bit disappointed, because how are you supposed to write checks with this kind of ink, or not ink, but the point? I don't know, I didn't like it. So these four are gone. This will be used for notes at work, and these are strictly for Happy Planner and memory keeping purposes. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments, which pen did you end up liking the best? What do you use now? Are you going to change? If so, what are you changing to? Don't forget to use coupons, because you can probably get these with the Michael's 20% off or 40% off every once in a blue moon. So these can come out pretty inexpensive. Okay, so see you later. Have a good day, and thank you for watching.